Hi, Dougie Bird here with Stuart Grice from Douglas Tackle. How you going, Stu?
Yeah, good, Doug. You're back, mate.
Mate, I'm back.
You vanished, but you're back.
I went fishing, actually.
Yeah, so how long ago did you get off the plane? A couple of hours, mate.
About that, that's about right. Straight back into it. And I'm here to help Stuart because he needs it, trust me. Especially on the fishing technique. But anyway, that's not a story.
Anyway,
Okay.
let's do it. So this week's fishing report.
Yeah, okay. So, Stu, like I've been away a bit, but I've been sort of following you guys when I can on Facebook and what's been happening on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
And it's all been happening. So, heaps of mackerel around, mate.
Heaps of mackerel around, mate. Still heaps of little marlin and still heaps of little yellowfin out offshore as well.
Yep.
Still pretty close, like 35 to 55 metres.
I've been back working the shop a couple of hours this afternoon, and the guys I've spoken to that have been going wide, obviously big dolphin fish out of the fads, but just not many marlin, and unless you go out wide chase some blues.
Yeah, lots of
blues. But for little
well.
blacks, you've got to keep inside the 50 metres. You need to be between 30 and 50 metres, even closer.
Yeah.
And fishing that sort of Sully's north of Jumping Pin, all the way down to Kira.
Yep.
But particularly out the front here, just north of the Seaway.
Yeah, it's quite good. There's always been a fair bit of bait out the front here, and a small bait too. So smaller lures type of thing, doggy.
Yep.
Under 10 inch, mate. So 6 and 8 inch skirts.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect.
Those little fellas there.
And if you didn't know, guys, we do 30% off our lures, we do 30% off our rigs, and we don't charge you for rigging up the lure. So we'll actually rig it all up for you, whatever size leader you want, but we recommend a short leader, but you can put on whatever you want to put on there, we'll make it for you. Yep. And we use really good quality UV leader. That's Japanese, it's very good. Yep. So, and we give 30% off the rig and the lure, so it's a pretty good deal. It is. So come in, if you're unsure of how to do it, we can set you up and get there and catch your first marlin and or dolphin fish, get bitten off by a wahoo maybe. But we can help you out, guys. So yeah. So Stu, the mackerel hard bodies, mate.
Mackerel close. Hard bodies in close, mate. Dougie, go on, give me some curry. But this has been the best colour. The old coral troutus. That's
been the best colour, Stu. But the best worker has been the slimy mackerel. I've got to get back to him, guys. No, Stu's more transparent and really
that one there as well.
Yeah.
Blue, pink, silver has been really good as well, actually.
So Stuart, the mackerel, I hear they've been really thick on like 12,000 reef and 18 fathoms.
12, 18s, yeah. Still been a fair few out around diamond as well, but generally that 12 to 18 fathoms. More bait there. Trolling the hard bodies or down rigging liveys, as we said last week, but
crack of daylight.
Really good. Very early, so it's nearly all over by 8 o'clock.
So this weekend, Stuart, do we get so Saturday the 21st? I think the wind's up to around 20 knots, 15 to 20 knots.
Bit
so
average.
It's a little bit crappy. The swell's about 1.5 meters. Just watch it on towards midday on the bottom of the tide. But you've got running tide in the morning. I'd still stick closer to the north wall. Go out maybe 150 meters. Don't go south at all. Just keep it just inside the north wall, but head out in a straight line. Get out maybe 200 meters and then slowly dogleg southeast. Be careful of that middle bank. That bank runs at about 30 degree angle from the south wall northeast, and it runs down to the entire length of the seaway opening. Yeah, so be careful. Quite a way. You won't see it until the swell's over about 1.5 meters or
a run out tide.
And run out tide or low tide and a bit of swell, and it's quite shallow dumps on there. But it will change. Like we've got big tides at the moment. If that'll help flush out a bit of the sand,
push a bit of the sand
hopefully
out.
It does. Hopefully it doesn't, but it can also build it too.
Yeah, could do.
See what happens. But anyhow, but guys, as we're saying, there's plenty of mackerel in close, as Stuart's saying, and you need to be there fairly early. You will get a bite this weekend around, I'd say tomorrow around 8 to 10 o'clock. But you get a morning bite daylight, then you get another bite around 8 o'clock. And then Sunday be just after daylight, and then around 9 o'clock. 8, 9 o'clock. That's right. Yeah, 2 hours after high. So and the marlin, as you said, Stu. 50 meters inside everywhere. Snapper, a few snapper around.
A few snapper as well.
Size too.
A lot of guys. We had a customer in today, and they caught half a dozen snapper just under the schools of mackerel. So
was that right?
Heaps of bait, and he showed me a couple of sounder shots, and there was heaps of little fish around them. Snapper underneath and mackerel on the top. But they were good size snapper too, like 70 centimetres.
There's a few guys over here, been a couple of mates I've been trolling little hard body lures and baits for mackerel and actually getting snapper down deep on the baits. Yeah, it's amazing. It's been really good, we don't see heaps of it this time of year, but not the snapper.
Generally the snapper that you get are quite big, so it's been good.
Yeah, good. Stewie, spanner crabs.
Spanner crabs, Dougie, they've been really good, and we've finally got the pots back in stock, mate.
Yep. So these are the pots that are made for pros, mate?
Yeah, it's very unexciting, but they're flat. You put the bait in the middle.
That's it.
The crabs walk on, they get stuck, and then you pull them up, and they're just there everywhere.
And they're delicious to eat.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
So
Dougie doesn't pull them up. I pull them up.
Yeah, that's right. I watched Stuart pull them
I
up.
don't think you've pulled them up for about 25 years, but anyway.
Actually, guys, jump on our YouTube channel to show you how to do everything.
Yeah.
We've got all the stuff here, and actually see me pull the pots out. By the way, just tell you that.
First time for everything.
Yep. Thanks. Okay, so Stewie, blue marlin, the bite's been hot.
Mate, it's been so good. It has been the best bite that we've pretty much ever seen out here.
Right.
Yeah. A boat up off the Lullabar last week got 18. I think a boat just on Thursday, Marky Wallen, I think he went 7 from 11.
Yeah, I heard someone went 13 from 18 at here as well.
Yeah, it's amazing. So it's really good numbers. They're kind of everywhere. Look, there's the odd boat that goes out there, and whatever reason, you just make the bad decision on the day and you don't see one, and you don't find the bait, and you don't find the fish. But general consensus is it's been very good.
So you're trolling 8 to 14 inch skirts, running 50 to 80 pound line. Fish size 80 kilos to 200 average.
Yeah,
in that sort of.
Has been a few massive ones, but not.
Few small ones too.
Few small ones as well.
Yeah. So blue marlin, they're a great thing to catch. They're fast. They're awesome, and they're different to a black marlin. But you need to get out there beyond that sort of. Actually, they're in a close, like for blue marlin territory, which is normally in that seamount area, 400 to 800 meters or 1,000 meters. Yeah. They are in close at the moment. They're in about 130 to 250 metres, it's quite a good area, which is just out past the 50 fathom reef if you know where the area is out there.
Yeah.
You start about 3 k's east of 50 fathom reef.
Yeah. And if you're out there and you're trolling, just zoom in on the bottom and look for those deep drop marks for winter. That's how you find them.
That's how they are. Yep. Exactly. The pearl perch, there's been a few pearls around still out there too.
Yeah, a few pearlies and a few still snapper and kingies and stuff out
big
of that.
Big kingies out of the 100 metre line,
Yeah.
Yeah, and some good flamies and bar cod out deeper as well.
Yeah, just current permitting. Yeah. So it's been fast one day and slow the next.
So this year though,
it's been more fishable.
This season, because we're into the year, has been a lot easier than I can remember for many years. Yeah. The current, so it's not too bad. Yeah. So anyhow, so that's about it. Shores do spotted mackerel, that palmy murmur. Have you heard much?
Not much.
Heaps up in the bay.
Yeah, there's heaps up in the bay.
And heaps up off Sunshine Coast. And still, I think as far as I know, up in Harvey Bay.
Yeah, so I think that's still coming down.
Still coming down, yeah. Okay, so you've got dollies happening at Fads. Dollies in close, we're in trolling for the marlin inside 50 metres as well. A few wahoo, big call as well. And big wahoo, 20 kilo. And we've got all the gear here for that too, guys. Yeah. And so you've got plenty of options, but you just need the weather to come a bit better. Monday looks not too bad, and Thursday next week, I think. Or Wednesday, one or two. Yeah. Thursday, Australia Day. That's it. We're open Australia Day too, by the way, 9 till 4. Yep. So guys, we'll go back inside to jumping pins, Stuart. What's that jumping pin?
So there's still heaps of bait. We've got a high tide relatively early, so I think the tide over the weekend's about 8 or 9 o'clock.
Yeah, 7.
Kind of. Yeah, anyway, last run of that clean, like ocean waters, bringing heaps of bait in, as it always does. Still heaps of tailor up there. Heaps of flatties around as well. I'd be fishing around the front of Duck Creek type area. Fish are deep, bigger size plastics, 5-inch stuff. Like that type of shad pattern, Dougie.
Top minnow, one of my favourites.
Yep. And then the other thing is...
That's the top minnow there. It's actually one of my favourites too, up on the flat. So.
The other thing that's been really good up there is still plenty of whiting up in those lagoons.
Yep.
And it's a good tide for that because it's quite a big high tide. So they get right up in that shallow stuff and forage around. And just no sinker. Little yabbies or a bit of worm.
Yep.
And they've been smashing.
And I've been seeing there's heaps of muckrats, mate.
There is.
Yeah.
It's been really good for that too. Yeah.
Big muddies around all the creeks, and this weekend being really big tides in the morning. You get right up in those little creeks. Yeah. Find a deep area in those little creeks where it opens up a little bit. Drop your pots, come back the next morning and check them. Hopefully they're still there. Still good. So Stuart, we'll come back down the Broadwater way. I see around the Aldershots there's been plenty of flatties, a few sand crabs. Yeah. Your Deweys and Trevally.
Lots of Deweys and Trevally in that middle type channel. Yeah.
Heaps of bull sharks. You're going to catch some sharks. At night time or afternoon or morning, early morning. Live baits or just slabs of bait or mackerel heads, whatever. Yeah. And then Jack's mate around the canals.
Jack's around the canals. Been really, really good. Again, like medium type style soft plastic, so that's like a little 4.5 inch, or 4 inch, just a minnow style.
It's actually a solid 4 inch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's massive for its size. But they've been working really good, just slow rolling around the pontoons. And Dougie, we just got another box of Samaki stuff coming today.
Yep, heaps of
New
Reddits
Reddits.
again. Yep.
So these have been really good, very similar to some other brands. But these things swim really good, and they've come with good hooks straight out the box. So you don't have to change the hooks, you don't have to change the rings, just tie it on and catch a jack. Or barra if you're going up north, really good barra lure as well.
Yep.
But yeah.
They're very similar to all the Japanese lures on the market.
Yeah.
And very good. Let's grab another here and show you. Awesome colour range too.
Yeah.
Obviously deep dive as well.
Yeah.
Sharp hooks as well. I think they use BKK hooks.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I see that.
good lateral line on that one. That
Yeah.
one's ghost bait, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'll be trolling that for
Or
flatties
pearl
too,
bait, sorry.
on the edge of the banks.
Yeah.
Flatties. I'm going to smack them. Anyhow, so Stewie, what else about in the Broadwater, mate? Sand crabs?
Sand
I've seen a
crabs,
few
yeah.
sandies
A
actually.
few sandies around
Yeah.
like Rono Bay type area, so around Crab Island,
Yeah.
just on those weedy drop offs, been pretty good. Over near Courage has been not too bad as well. And I always find crabbing in these big tides, you tend to catch a
Yeah.
few. But
Yeah,
you just
they-
got to stay
I'm
on,
moving.
like keep working your pots because you do get quite weeded up.
And I hear there's heaps of whiting up the Narang River at
Heaps,
night.
mate. Yeah,
Yeah.
up around the council chambers there, mate.
Yep.
Yep.
And I saw the boys on Brad Smith Charters with Clint, I think, got one the other day, 45 centimetres, which is a
Big
very
fish.
big whiting.
Yeah.
I've caught one of those for a few years. At the back of Wave Breakers, fishing some flats again, no sinker, just using the yabbies, just walking the flats.
Yep.
At high tide. These big tides is where they get right up on those flats. And it's fantastic fishing. And this time of the year when it's nice and warm, it's like awesome.
Yeah.
Good fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
And a lot of dewies and a few mangrove jack and seaway as well for the guys that want to
Yeah.
light bait, so pike or yakkers
Yeah.
if you want to shoot offshore first.
Jack's everywhere.
There's a lot of fish in the seaway at the moment,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Give it a go, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then up the dam.
Up the
Stuart?
dam, I haven't heard too much. The weather's kind of been too good, so no one's been fishing
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
there's still heaps of bass around, and I did have a customer actually, and he just trolled along the tree line, and he caught quite a few just the other day. So
Okay.
yeah, just decent sized bass, and I was schooling. So after he got one, he kind of just done a big lap after he got the fish off, and went back through and just caught another one in the same route. So,
My old mate Ray up there's had an operation on his face, but haven't got a report from him this week, so
Yeah.
I'm missing a report, Ray. Hopefully you get better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been hits bass, I think. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been good.
yeah.
Yeah. So Stewie, I think we're doing this week. We are doing a seminar on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Not the day before Christmas. The day before Australia Day, and we're going to be talking about mackerel fishing with baits. So trolling baits, trolling
Yeah.
slimies, garies, saris,
Yeah.
bonito, and all that sort of stuff that we troll
Yeah.
for Spanish mackerel. I'll teach you how to rig them all up
Yeah.
and how we do it. And then we're
Yeah.
going to also talk about trolling pillies on a pilly rig with a pink skirt and how we rig it all up. And you guys all get one in your bags as well.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about float lining for spotties and also fishing with for Spanish with live baits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
So it'll be a good night. It's on this Wednesday night. We have a few spots left. We're pretty well half full, I think, at the moment. They're
Pretty much. Yeah.
advertising properly.
Yeah.
So if you want to book in, just give the shop a call in the morning. We can book you in. And I'm 55638746. And guys, just something too. If you want to know, a lot of people are land-based, obviously fishing.
Yeah.
I haven't had much chance to talk about that today. Beach fishing has been not too bad
Yeah.
as well. So,
Yeah. Lots of whiting and
but
dark
if
stuff.
you want to know about land-based, particularly if you're in the canal system, or if you live on the canal system, you want to know about catching bream in the backyard, or if you want to catch your pets, that is. Or if you just want to go there and fish it yourself, we can teach you everything you need to know about canal fishing. We are experts. Actually, I live on the canal.
Well, I grew up, like, Nana's
Yeah.
lived on a canal, I fished on a canal
Yeah.
since I was born, so
Yeah.
we know a
Yeah.
bit of everything.
Yep. Okay, so we can teach you all about that as well.
We can.
Yep, sounds great. Okay, until next week, be safe out there. Be careful of that bar, guys. If those guys go on shore, be careful of any crocs up further north there a bit. And Stuart, thank you for doing a great job while I was gone. You've been fantastic, mate.
Thanks, thank you, mate.
Yeah, and
It's on
everyone-
film.
and all you
Yes.
guys are sending me accolades about Stewie, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.